Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenmara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I'd like to offer your elemental rune reading for the week of December 7th through the 13th. I can't believe we've already had a full week in December. So yeah, that's where we're at. I read intuitively, but we'll check with the book to see kind of where the basics are, and then we'll move on from there. I read for each of the elements, starting with fire, and we'll go over which zodiac sign is covered by each element. And then if you are interested in having your charts read, I am not good with the astrology part. There's a link in the description for a natal chart. It's not sponsored or anything like that, but it does give you the basic 12 houses with all the little signs and symbols, and then gives you the description of what all that means. It's a pretty fun way to learn a little bit more about yourself. With that, we will get going here. And our first elemental energy is the element of fire, which covers Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So if you are Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or have fire high up in your chart, this one is for you. Your first rune is the Iawaz rune, which is the rune of the horse. Color is white. Tarot association is the Lovers. Astrology is Gemini, so you definitely have some water air coming in here. Water is not your friend, but air is. So that's why their balance is. Travel and change, new jobs, new home, spiritual journeys, or movement. So fire, this is going to be a week of activity for you. This is not going to be a stagnant week. You're going to have things happening. Things are going to be shifting. And with the Lover's energy and Gemini, there's this duality aspect of it, union of opposites, so to speak. So this could be a reconnection with a partner, a spouse, even just a close friend. And it's going to be taking it to a different spiritual level. I'm not seeing physical, at this particular moment in time, but I am seeing that this is going to be more of a spiritual reconnection or leveling up, so you definitely have some shifting going on in that department. Your second rune is the Fehu rune, which is color is light red. Tarot association is the Tower, so you've definitely got a little bit of fire going on here. And astrology is Aries, definitely fire. And it says good luck, success, fertility, and harmony. This is where the movements that the busyness that's going on this week is actually moving you into a very pleasant space. This is the energy of shifting for positive growth, positive movements. And it's saying that this is going to be one of those weeks where you're really super busy, you get a lot of things accomplished, and then come the weekend, you're like, what did I do this week? Because you've done so much, but it was pleasant. You enjoyed the work that you don't even realize that you were working. So this week's going to be a fun one for our fire family, and it's interesting because the busyness they're showing is like Christmas shopping, decorating, all the fun parts of it. Not so much the crowds and having to wrestle through, getting just the right product. It's the enjoyment of, oh, they're going to love this. Or, oh, I wanted to try this recipe for, fill in the blank. There's just going to be a lot of that kind of energy. It's the positive side of everything. So definitely have fun this week, Fire, because the energy that's coming in right now is showing that it's going to be busy, but very enjoyable. So let's hop over to our Earth family, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns. Again, if you're Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or have Earth high up in your chart, we are looking at your first rune is the Rado rune, which is a long journey on horseback. Interesting that horses are coming up this time. Color is bright red. Tarot association is the Hierophant or the High Priest. And astrology is Sagittarius. So you're working with some fire energy too, Earth. Physical journeys, pleasant ones, journeys that bring positive development. And it can also refer to spiritual journeys to the self. Earth, I feel like this is your week to be traveling for Christmas, traveling for Yule. You've got it could even be a vacation that's coming up. There's something going on here for the Earth family, and it's all about excitement building up to this leaving part. So this probably could be closer to the weekend is when you're actually going to be doing the traveling. But there's this anticipation, this joy of doing. But the Hierophant or the High Priest, depending on which deck you're using, the Hierophant's the original term, is really saying that you have achieved a level of spiritual peace and development, which allows you to share this with others. So you definitely have this kind of teacher aspect coming forward, and it could be just simply the fact that, hard work pays off or something along those lines. But you are working in this very let's go get 'em energy, but there's something to do with a stable passion, with Sagittarius being the last of the fire. There's more stability in it, so it's not like a flash in the pan type thing. This is something that you've been building, you've been banking this passion, you've been expanding it as much as you can. And there's the movement that's going on this week for Earth is really anticipating and showing how much hard work you've put in and what can happen when you dedicate yourself. Your second rune, this is awesome, is the Gibo rune, which is the rune of blessings and generosity. Your color is deep blue, tarot association is the Lovers, and astrology is Pisces. Definitely some water coming in here. It's a sign of gifts, generosity, and giving. People coming together, relationships becoming deeper. It's interesting that fire came in with water and the Lovers as well, because it's a union of opposites, and air was the balancing energy. This time, fire and water are coming together, Sagittarius, Pisces, but it's Earth that is the stabilizer. So you definitely are bringing in this passion energy, this growth energy, and this connection. And I'm getting for Earth, it's going to be a very spiritual energy. But Earth, you're going on a trip. There's some kind of a vacation or something along those lines that's coming up towards the end of this week, both maybe. And it could be that your Christmas vacation is starting right now or something along those lines. But your travel is going to be very pleasant. And as you're traveling, as you're planning, as you're building towards it, this connection with your partner is really going to shift into a deeper level. And it's the energy they're showing me is it's not so much about the flirty honeymoon period where everything's rainbows and butterflies and unicorn farts. It's that period of time where you just know this other person so well, and you just being in their presence raises how you feel. It's that if you ever see the old videos where it was like the grumpy old grandpa and the granny in the kitchen and they're yelling back and forth at each other, but it's just, that they're not angry with each other. It's just how they communicate. They're probably both kind of deaf. But it's this comfortable companionship where you actually just love being around that person. You've bonded to that level that you don't have to worry about all the frivolities anymore. And that's the energy that's coming here with Earth. It's a very comforting connection. And the travel you're doing is something that you both have been looking forward to. It's not, well, I want to and he or she doesn't. It's, we've been planning this for a while. We both have reasons for why we want to do this, but we wouldn't want to do it alone. We want to do it with each other. The family aspect is really coming in strong for Earth this week. So let's hop over to our air family, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Again, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or have air high up in your charts. And air, you're starting off. Need to flip my page here. Come on. With that's interesting, the Thurizaz rune, which is the god of strength. Color is bright red. Tarot association is the Emperor, so fire and masculine energy. And astrology is Mars, definitely fire and masculine energy. Protection, providing help, good news coming in. Air, this is where you get to be of service. And like with fire, you were the neutral between fire and water. And so this is part of what's coming in here with the god of strength. You're the one who's kind of, it's interesting that they're saying it. You're the one that's putting out the fires. You're the one that's dealing with the situations, but you're doing so in a way that is bringing a resolution to something through your very astute, logical, and diplomatic aspects that air tends to have. And this is something that you're able to do. And this is part of what this is coming in here. With the Emperor, it's saying, we're not arguing about this. My word is law. This is the energy that's coming in. Don't get me wrong. When we look at Emperor, we also see the Mars aspect, and that's that warrior where we're going to do this the right way. If you don't, you're going to lose. So, Air, you definitely have some authoritative energy coming in, but it's because you're seeking peace. You're fixing problems this week. Other people might be bringing you something, a situation, something they're uncomfortable with because they don't know how to address it, but you, Air, being the knowledge element, is definitely going to be the one who guides them through this, but you're not going to offer your knowledge in a frivolous manner. If they're not really willing to take what you say seriously, you know you're not going to give them the information, because what are they going to do with it? Throw it away? Like, there's a process here, and air, this is where your knowledge and wisdom are really stepping up to the plate. Your second rune is the Berkana rune, which is the rune of birth. Color is dark green, tarot association is the Empress, and astrology is Virgo. So you're working with your opposite too. Virgo's Earth. Renewal, promise of a new beginning, new growth, birth, family, and the home, which is interesting because birth and Berkana are the Empress, and Thurzaz is the god of strength and the Emperor. So you are working with union of opposites as well. This is a very interesting week so far. I wonder what water's going to do. But with air, it's about being willing to take those steps to fix the problems and to offer solutions, because there's something new that you're creating out of this. Whether someone is observing how you're coaching, showing them, explaining, putting out their fires, whatever it is, something is going to be born from that. And it's that maybe when you help them solve their problems, they're going to renew their vows. They might pop up, expecting a little one, something along those lines. But air, you're going to be the catalyst for this. Whatever's happening this week, because I feel like there's something. You have what's the word I'm looking for? They keep showing me destiny. There we go. You have a destiny in how this is playing out. Even if you do not realize it in the moment, you're just helping your friends solve their problems. But it's because you're meant to be in this situation that you're going through, and it's not like it's negative. That's the funny part with air right now, is that this is not a negative thing that's happening for you. This is something that you're like, of course I'm helping. This is what I do. Because that's the energy that you're putting out there. And with that, you're actually helping to find the balance between the masculine and the feminine, the Emperor and the Empress, which are two divine aspects of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Because of your knowledge and your ability to incorporate things, air, you're weaving this very, very delicately together. And you're actually, like, they keep going back to solving problems, my guides are. So whatever's going on this week, air, your knowledge, your intuition, your wisdom is actually going to be your greatest asset, and it's going to help a lot of people, even if you don't know what's going on. So let's hop over to water before I get too wrapped up in air's energy here. We'll switch our symbol. There we go. So water, you are starting off with the Manaz rune, which is the rune of man. Color is deep red. Tarot association is the Magician. Again, working with that fire energy. Astrology is Jupiter. A magician is all energies, but the deep red is more fire. Jupiter actually is a guide of Pisces, I believe. Meaning is humankind, deep wisdom that is held in the body, the mind and body working together as one, knowledge, memory, interdependence of the masculine and feminine within. So water, you're embodying the balance this week. You are where fire and water are kind of at odds with each other, but you're coming together. This is actually saying you want to be in this bonded situation. You want to come together with the fire. You want to offer your... They're showing me the divine masculine aspect is the fire, divine feminine is the water, and you're trying to find a way to connect to this week. And when we're talking divine masculine or feminine, we're talking archetypal, because the divine aspects of this are the dominant traits, and that's what we're looking at. But with this energy coming in here, water, you're seeking the union within yourself, but also with another person. And so if you're single, this is within yourself. If you're in a relationship, it's with the other person. But the energy I keep getting here is this is an alchemizing energy, where it's time to shift, it's time to change, it's time to take something from here and amplify it to the next 25 levels. Like, you're really ready to shift and grow out of the situation. With the Magician coming in with the Manaz rune, it's also pointing out the fact that you have all the... Oops, don't drop it. You have all the skills, tools, and abilities available to you because you've grown so much beyond where you were, water, that now it's time to really branch out and show your partner, show the world, show whoever, And it doesn't have to be bragger, it's just more of you're showing the fact that you can handle this. And that's what's coming up, is you are in a really powerful shift is what I'm feeling. Your second rune, let's see if we can clarify that a little bit, is the Algae's rune, which is the rune of protection, which works out. Color is gold, sun. Tarot association is the moon. Astrology is Cancer. So you're balancing sun and moon. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Here we go. Protection from danger, resisting temptation, new beginnings are possible. Water, you are in an alchemizing state. You are bringing together the opposites within yourself. Your fire-water connection with the Manaz rune, the gold and moon energy, sun and moon energy from Algae's, you're really stepping into this transformative aspect of your existence. Things that have been going on for a while for you, Water, and I'm not sure why they're bringing this up right now. Things that have been going on for a while are coming to their conclusion this week. This is a time where all of the opposites, you're bringing everything together because you're going to fix it once and for all. And this is for everybody, this part is. So Water, be ready, because things are changing within your own life. All elements. This is a week where coming together is going to be the most powerful thing you can do. Earth, air, fire, water. This is joining of opposites. This is the uniting of the cosmos. The cosmic energies are building. Sorry, this is coming through. When you bring all four elements together, you create spirit. This is creating a new energy. This is creating something different. When all four are present, whether it's in two people because they carry two of each energies, or if it's a group of friends that are coming together, there is a shift that is occurring for the people who are watching this that is going to elevate you out of where you were into something completely different. What is going on this week is they're saying it's a gateway portal. Something is changing, and now it's time to step through, but it has to be through the changing, the transmuting of the lesser into the higher, and that's this travel, that's this shift. So much movement going on this week. So everybody, all elements, really embrace the uniqueness of each other. Don't look for the negatives, look for the positive aspects in each other, and understand that the unification of the masculine and feminine creates the higher self, creates the higher aspects. Everyone carries both in their body, everyone carries both in their soul, and when you find someone who's on a match, it amplifies your growth. If you are curious to understand more about the basics of what I'm talking about when I talk about alchemy and the union of opposites, I have done a video on the Emerald Tablet. Go check that out because it'll give you a little more information about this. But this week for everybody, you're coming together in a way that is triggering a transformation in the most positive way. You're starting in the spiritual, and it's going to definitely end up in the physical in a short time. So have fun with this week, really embrace your differences, and I'll see you in the next video.